Hello and welcome everyone. This is Lorian with your July pick a card reading. Now you may have noticed that I did also do them for individual signs. That was mainly focused on Mercury retrograde and angel messages. But I thought I would also bring you a pick a card just so you can tune into the messages that you will need to know for the future. So obviously Mercury retrograde is going to be a bit of a hard month for some people, so it's just to see kind of how the energies will play into tarot now. So as you can see, I have 4 piles and 4 crystals. So in the first one we have selenite, in the second one we have malachite, in the third we have a crystal quartz clear point, and then we have red jasper on number 4. So just take a moment. As usual, I will always post maybe 10-second image for you to kind of clear your thoughts and meditate on, see what information you want to bring through. But for now, I'm just going to leave you to see which pile is very much connecting with you at the moment and which one you want to be drawn to. Don't think, oh, well, I like red, so I'll pick red. Just make sure that, your intuition is connecting. What I normally do when I watch these videos is I close my eyes, I think about all of them, clear them out, and then the one that I cannot shake, I choose. So that might be a good connection as to how to do that. But while you get there, I'll get prepared and I'll go on to pile and group number 2. And I'll go on to pile and group number 1. Hello everybody, all you beautiful souls who chose pile number 1 and selenite. This is one of my favourite crystals, so I'm really happy that you chose that. So yeah, like I say, this is just to see what information comes through in regards to July. It's going to be possibly a busy month, so we'll just see what information comes through. Leap. Ooh, I've not had that one yet. Strength. Happy family. Oh, okay. So your tarot cards seem to confirm that. Oh, well, until I drew that one, of course. Okay. Then your angel is teaching and learning and beloved one. Okay. I may pull some runes. It depends on how much time or what messages I get. But I'm just going to have a look and see. Okay. So the main things that they seem to be coming forwards is that if you are very much, these two go together, so if you are very much somebody who is an emotional person, for some reason I really do feel like this is a lot of Cancerians or at least people with Cancer heavily in their chart, because as soon as I got that I was like, there's a Cancer that's watching this and they're really wanting to have a message about purpose and they want to know about relationships. So if you are one of the Cancerians or the Cancerian, welcome, hello. But for the rest of us who may have chosen option 1, there is definitely a romantic side here, because obviously we have these connotations. What they're saying is to be brave. There's something that maybe you're not quite sure of. Unfortunately, I don't know how much illumination July is going to provide you. But if it's about a relationship, I do feel that you are going to get the answers that you need through thinking and looking inside first, and then bringing the answers out, what you've discovered, into the natural world, into the physical world. So what I just feel like there's a lot of connections, it just feels like there's a lot of people around you, maybe overwhelming. I do feel though that some of you, you've known this problem for a while, whatever it is, you've kind of figured it out. And the 7 of Swords is very much about having somebody watch you too closely, or feel like you're being watched, or wanting to cut corners as well to accomplish something that maybe you've wanted for a long time. Now what they're trying to say is, please do not cut corners. and also don't shy away from things. You may feel like you're kidding yourself as well at some point because you can't very much see clearly. This could be again about a relationship, or it could be about a situation that you feel in. It's just been if I can speak, repetition of a lot of stuff, a lot of continuation of just blip, 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 and there's no clarity that has been coming through. Now, I think the reason that I was drawn very much to this one as being a Cancerian is because of the lovely full moon that we've got here. So if you, for instance, have your moon in Cancer, maybe that's something else. But there's something here like leading by example. So it says you go first, the universe will catch you. But I honestly believe this is something to do about taking a leap where maybe your other family members have not done before. Also, some of you may be choosing to leave a relationship. That could be something as well, because, or changing something about the relationship, or taking a leap into a relationship. Love is definitely a focus on these cards here, but there's also this feeling of people watching you. So maybe you haven't been as confident about yourself. Maybe you haven't been as open as you normally would be. But they are saying just being brave, strength. When your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. If there is something, an awkward conversation that you want to have with somebody, a nudge, nudge, by the way, I like you conversation, that could be something that you bring forward and you get the courage to do. Because if you have had people think you're not good enough before, or judge you, or do something like that, you sensitive souls, and I don't mean that you cry if, a flea falls over, but it's something that seems like, you're very sensitive, you take on board what other people say a little bit too much, and you may actually be sensitive to their emotions. So if somebody is a bit nasty, you think it's at you, but it's just their personality. So it could be a little bit of that coming through, that you're misinterpreting some signs. But if you've been having trouble with a relationship, you're definitely getting some solutions. You're getting people coming forwards to give you a sensibility of, oh, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to go here. But I think that you need to provoke that. You need to start that, because leap is a very strong one, as well as strength. People underestimate you a hell of a lot. People underestimate your tenacity, your ability to adapt and change. And I think that's really sucks to be them. It's something that I think that because they underestimate you, they never really see the type of person you could become. And if they're on the journey with you, they will probably be able to see differences and stuff like that. But they're very much self-involved and focused in their own mind. Especially with this, you could be wondering whether to stay, whether to go, whether to get involved, or whether to step back. And I think that this is something that maybe has been playing on your mind for a while. July seems to bring forward a lot of answers, but in weird ways, like very convoluted, very strange thing. Again, the moon energy is really strong. So the moon's actually in Capricorn, full moon in Capricorn on the 16th of July. So I don't know exactly how this is going to affect you. It depends on your personal chart and stuff. But I do feel that there's some moon energy going on. There really, really is. And again, in tarot, this is very much about confusion and not having it being illuminated clearly enough, which is what I mentioned earlier. But it does feel like a little bit like this is something that you want. This is like 10 of Cups energy. Absolutely gorgeous flowing stuff. And then you have this, the Two of Cups. You have understanding, you have commitment, you have, okay, well, we'll see where this can go. Actually, they just want me to amend something. This doesn't always have to be about romance as well. This could be about the deepening of a relationship with a friend or a manager or for some reason they gave me like an accountant. Like, you could be really good friends with your accountant. It's like, okay. But it doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be a personal relationship. It can be a professional relationship. Maybe there's an awkward conversation that you're going to have with your financier, or you're going to have to talk to somebody who represents you, like a legal counsel or somebody like that. But I do feel that, they just said something, what's that quote? Go where angels fear to tread, or something like that. Basically, you are taking you're taking the reins of something. This is also something that you have probably done before. So you've been going through the ringer of it a bit. You've refined something you feel like you know who you are, you feel like you're kind of confident in some respects, but then there's also somebody who seems to undermine you, and that's the one that I'm not sure about. The person who seems to undermine you too much, who seems to just kind of undercut your authority. So what you may need to do is have the strength to kind of push forward and say, nope, I'm not standing for that anymore. But then you lead by example. So you're learning the mistakes. It's kind of like parents and parenting. So if you have, for instance, a good set of parents, they will have had a very complex or, you know, a lot of experiences, shall we say. They will have had a lot of experience, and then they in turn can pass that on to you. That's how you learn. You learn from other people who've done it before, who've made the mistakes, so you don't have to. And that's where experience comes from. You know, just because you have bad experiences, it doesn't make it the truth. It just makes it the experience. But you learn how to adapt, change, and also maintain your integrity going through that. And then you can learn, you know, other ways, things about yourself. Like, for instance, you may have to go somewhere on your own and you realize, actually, I'm quite self-sufficient. I don't have to worry about this anymore. So there's something that you're going to learn through making a bold choice. Now, don't think this is bad timing. It just means that you may not see the results immediately. It might take a little bit longer. But I do feel that if you are in a relationship, if you want to be in one, if there's somebody you're trying to court, or if there's somebody you want to get the hell away from, this is definitely a month to kind of plan how you do that, or get a little bit of the Aries vibe and just go, no, or even the Scorpio vibe. Scorpios are known to freeze. You know, their silent treatment is very much freezing. You know, it's cold shoulder done. Who are you again? I don't know. So it's something that could be coming forward that you're like, no, I'm blocking that out. Also, it could be that you impress somebody who is, you know, very beneficial to you. But there's lots of different emotions coming through here. I feel like you're kind of navigating a very weedy garden, an overgrown garden, and you're like, okay, I'm trying to find the path again. Because you don't know which direction to take, because you've worked really hard, but at the same time you want people to think differently of you. You know, it could be something that's just holding you back a little bit. You're going to cut through the weeds and you're going to actually see the other side and see the future very soon. Now, I'm not being called to the runes, so I think I've given everything that I need to say to you guys in pile one, but thank you so much for being here. If you would like to leave a comment, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel or check out all the other social links that I have, thank you. I'd love to connect with you. And in the meantime, I'm going to wish you the very best of luck, and I'm going to move on to group 2 now. Bye, guys. Hello, group 2. You chose the Malachite, which is, I've had this one for quite a long time now. It's really nice to work with. So let's just see what information comes through for you in regards to this month. Ooh, Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Third chakra. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm just going to do angels. Passion. Wow. Spiritual understanding. Hope. And then your tarot cards are, ooh, Ace of Pentacles. I have the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Wow, okay. Let's just have a little nosy and see what's coming up. I might change this slightly. There we go. Just having a little bit of a... Okay, so the first thing that came through is the fact that some readings have mentioned teaching leadership power. I think this is going to be quite a powerful month for you guys. The main thing that seems to be coming forward, yes, is about this here. You know, the feeling of wanting to get over something. And definitely something to do with finances and career for you. So if, for instance, you were mostly hoping for something to do with love and you chose this one, I feel like there's something that says, actually, maybe you should be looking at something else. Maybe you should be looking at the professional side of things rather than focusing on the romance aspect of it. Because Maybe that's cooking, but it's not ready yet. Really sorry, I just wanted to line this up a little bit better. So yeah, it feels like there's some divine inspiration coming through here, because you have hope, which is an idea like a single acorn can start a wondrous forest. And it's kind of like, I'm going to use the biggest example, J.K. Rowling. She says when she had the idea for Harry Potter, just walked into her head fully formed while she was on the train, and she just wrote him down, and there you go. And it's kind of like J.R. Tolkien as well. He said that he just wrote, "In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit," and that was it. But out of that spawned, huge, wondrous worlds and ideas and careers. So it feels like this has to be born from something that you're passionate about. Now, this could be trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. I'm going to put a comma in between love and life because I feel like this could be different as well. But there's definitely something that you're being called to do. There's something that feels like you are stepping up to the plate this month. Now, for some of you who chose this reading, who chose group 2, it's almost like Mercury retrograde isn't even a thing. You're not going to let it bother you. You're not going to let it phase you. You're just going to steam right on through. And that's really good, because the Mercury retrogrades in water signs can be very, shall we say, upside down, topsy-turvy. I think that might be a good way around of saying it. So with that in mind, you could be having some emotional things, and if you are having emotional things, you just focus on work, which is really good. And actually, you may be having some issues that keep you awake at night this month. You could be having this feeling of, oh, you know what, I'm gone. I don't need to do anything. I don't feel like doing anything. I feel as well for some of you, I don't know what it is, but I feel as well there's something that's keeping you anxious. Like, you're fine during the day, but then because you haven't dealt with something, you feel very anxious. It could be some residual energy from somebody. Or maybe the job that you're in, you hate it and you want to change it. In which case, this is really good because you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords, Six of Wands. Now, the Four of Pentacles, I think you're worried about something. Maybe you're worried about giving too much. You're trying to lock away your ideas. You don't want to share them because you fear other people will steal them. Fair enough. You want to keep your things close to your chest. You want to make sure that your friends have your back rather than anything else. You want to make sure that you're feeling very strong and unified and yada yada yada. So I feel like some of you, you're making money, or you're going to start making money, but you're terrified to spend any. So where they say you need to spend money to make money, you're terrified to even spend a penny somewhere, because it could be that you're not sure whether it will work out in the long run. Now, for those of you who are a little bit like that, I think it's wise enough just to keep it slow this month. Don't sign the dotted line if you can help it. Wait until after Mercury retrograde ends. But this Six of Wands here is really strong. I think you're overcoming a lot of battles that you've had, and this is a turning point for the rest of the year for a lot of you. This is going to be giving your kind of year a whole new look almost. It's kind of like you're having a makeover. You're like, okay, well, this person's left my life, or I've changed jobs, or I want to change jobs, and how am I going to do it now? It's weird for me at the moment, because the days here, even though they're warm, it does not feel like it's summer. For me, it feels like we're still in a transitional phase, and sometimes, okay, so in my mind it's spring and autumn are the transitional phases, but it still feels like we're there. Even though we're in summer now, it still feels like we're transitioning into autumn, like it's an autumny type feel now. And it's so strange, because the power within these transitional phases are so acute that I feel that we're still able to take advantage of that, even though it's technically summer. So I feel like this is going to come forwards and give you this sense of, I can do this, I can do this. Now, something to do with your third chakra is very strong, actually. This is to do with your self-worth, your self-esteem, your confidence. A lot of people suffer from it. Something that an older acquaintance of mine, she was a witch and she was teaching this class, and she said, I advised this lady to wrap a yellow ribbon around her middle, where her third chakra is, just to help her with her self-esteem, and it worked, because that kind of colour therapy is really strong. And I do feel that there's a lot of this, You may just need some courage. You may just need some feel the fear and do it anyway, understanding coming up, because your passion, it could be to do with a creative project. Maybe you're wanting to have some of your passion project into something amazing. Maybe you're wanting to, you want to design a house and you want to make it really wonderful, or you want to write a book, or you want to do something amazing with, your app or something like that, and you really, really, really want to focus on it. But again, it's something like, I'm worried about the money. I can't sleep at night because I'm too worried. This is kind of saying, look, there is a new beginning coming through here and here. You need to be able to connect in with what it's telling you and how you can maneuver that and how you can build upon it. Now, how are you being called to step up and lead? Is kind of a call to action. It's kind of like, do you want to be the director of your own life? Do you want to say, I am in charge of this company? Do you want to say, okay, well, I'm making my own money and I don't have to answer to anybody? Or is this something more spiritual? Because you do have this very strong connection here. It could be that you're going to lead by example. Like, I meditate every day, I feel really strong, clear-headed, I don't suffer from migraines anymore, I don't suffer from bad dreams, insomnia, I meditate, I'm clear, I'm done. Maybe that's something that you need to utilize. And I think also you can afford to dream. You can afford to have this hope. A lot of you who have been very, entrepreneurial, a lot of you people who do want to do that or want to create something that's just for you in your name. This is my signature. This is my stamp. This is going to be a really good time for you to develop and maybe focus on it. Because Mercury retrograde can stop progress, even though I don't think you're going to be batted back. I just feel like you're going to be, consistently chunnering away at something. It's almost like the Eight of Pentacles energy. And I just want to bring in another angel card for you guys, just to see. Something that they always, something that they also wanted to say to me was shopping. Maybe some of you are going shopping for something and you really see something you want and you don't feel you can have it. Prioritize. Okay, so yeah, you may be chunnering away at something. But I think that if you want to work at this for a full-time living, if you want this to be yours, if you want this to be absolutely amazing and indescribably you, prioritize this. Other people may have to come second. You may have to make a few sacrifices. And the second card is, you know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Don't second guess yourself. You know what is best for you and your path. You know what is best for you on the way forwards. You know how you will react to things. And I honestly believe that this is the time not to take unnecessary gambles, but just to kind of go all in. Again, don't sign the dotted line maybe just yet, but allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to imagine that book cover. Allow yourself to imagine how your app will look on people's iPhones. Allow yourself to really envision and feel how good that is going to be. I think this is very much law of attraction. And the sun came out just as I was saying that. Good timing, you big yellow orb. Okay, so maybe there's something that seems to be coming through here for you, and it's just something that you really want to develop. Again, sun. Sun is to do with this as well, the third chakra. So it could be something that you're really wanting to achieve. You don't know where to go for it. Or maybe, is it the wrong time? Because July, has got Mercury retrograde. It's the right time. Do it. Not because I say so, because it seems like your guides and everybody who's important and your little inklings are coming through are actually encouraging you to do it as well. So I will just get off and withdraw my energy from this passion myself, and I will move on to group 3. But thank you so much for being with me and looking at this. If you want to leave a comment below, do please. Let me know how this resonates with you. And also, if you'd like to contact me, subscribe or email or get a reading, all the information is down below. All my social links and stuff are there too. But in the meantime, I wish you the very best of luck. I'm looking forward to hearing about what happens for you this month. And I'm now going to move on to group 3. Bye. Hello, group 3. And you would have chosen the clear quartz point. Sorry if you hear a creaky chair. I really should get a new one. So yeah, the clear quartz point is a really nice crystal to have. So let's just have a look and see what your cards have. Play, have fun, maybe let your creativity kind of develop itself. Daughter spirit, ooh, that's nice. I'm just going to do your angel cards actually. Oh, creative writing. Sensitivity. I'm just going to do your tarot cards. Oh, you've got the devil. What's in between you and what you want? Page of Cups. The High Priestess, wow. And the Five of Swords, but you also have humility. Okay, let's have a look and see where this brings us now. If you are interested in your actual sign, or rising sign or moon sign, I do have videos with regards to your individual signs and the moons and stuff. But this is for you where you wanted, you know, a message that seems to be very specifically to the one that you chose. I feel like for some of you, you are going to get some progress. The only thing is, you know, when I first saw this, I was like, what is standing between you and what it is that you want to get? Is there something that's been too serious? Have you had to focus on it for too long? Have you had to, you know, have this shadow aspect, like, oh, I really would love to do this, but I'm always at work, or I'm always fearful of the outcome, or what people will think of me, or I always feel too tired, or my health is down. Is there something that has been pulling you back in that regard? And then for some others of you, I do feel that this could be ego, like I'm too good for this, or I'm too good, I need material possessions, I need this. So this is kind of sending you a little bit of a, not reality check, but something check, reassess yourself. I feel like this is something that's very important because it's kind of saying you're taking something too seriously. You do need to play. And this card comes forward with such a really nice, open, almost sensual as well. And just a thing saying, don't be too serious if you want a casual relationship, or if you're not sure about what casual means to you, maybe you can figure it out along the way. You won't know what you essentially do not want if you don't maybe experience a few different takes on it. So it could be just to say, don't, you know, as soon as you start dating somebody, don't be thinking of marriage. You know what I mean? Especially during Mercury retrograde, because it could be the fact that, you know, you're starting something up and you're immediately thinking of baby names. Now, I know that isn't the same for a lot of people. This is just the people that this is resonating with. But they just kind of just say, take a step back. You know, because this other person may need a little bit more softly approach. They may need a little bit less intensity in that regard. But I do feel that humility comes forward saying you will know your worth, you know your self-worth. You don't have to bleat about it to everybody else. If they don't recognize it, fine. You don't have to win all the time, especially not this month. You don't have to, you know, I need to prove to you that I deserve more. You don't have to do that. And this is one of those things where, you know, you may have an issue sometimes where people are kind of lording something over you and you feel inadequate, especially at work or in relationships. That would be really, really bad. So if you do have somebody in a relationship who's kind of like, you know what, I think I'm better than you, then I think it's time to sort of see if you want to get rid of that. There actually might be something else here that I'm just going to look into in a second. Okay, so I did just spend a minute kind of looking, I cut it for time, or will do in the edit, and I did just kind of spend some time, and I feel like there's a temptation this month for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, to cover your sensitivity with bravado, and that's something that they kind of delivered to me. So if I put that over there, along with that, that could be you wanting to win somebody over or something like that. Put them there. And then sensitivity, you've got the High Priestess, you've got the Page of Cups, which could be something to do with people giving you nice messages or you wanting to receive nice messages. Humility in the middle. And I'm going to put creative writing over here as well. But play is very much front and centre. You need to be able to have this feeling of understanding about where you're going. So it's good to kind of just let your hair down. Nothing has to be a serious competition all the time. Nothing has to be, oh, well, we must sort this out or the board won't let us, blah, blah, blah. It also doesn't have to be, okay, for some of you in relationships, it doesn't have to be serious all the time either. So it could be something that you want to develop a little bit, maybe inject some little bit more pizzazz into a relationship or something like that, and be playful. You don't have all the answers, and that's something that they want to say as well. So for some of you who think, well, I know best about my relationship, it could be that you are presuming what the other person wants and what the other person needs. So it would need more work and more listening and more understanding of somebody else as well. But I just feel like there's two sides of the people who chose this, to be honest. It feels as though there's somebody who is very much being sensitive and they want to get serious, when really they should just play, just have a fun time, just let your creativity roam, let yourself just kind of think of new ideas and things without the fear of somebody coming up and judging you and being all judgy face, you know what I mean? It's not gonna have to be that serious. And I also feel that with this creative writing and this feeling, it could be that you want to approach somebody in a different way as well. It could be that you write emails to colleagues a little bit differently. But I also feel that with the High Priestess and the Daughter's Spirit, actually, there is a feeling of wanting to connect with something, wanting to connect with a higher power, your higher self. I feel also some of you may have been lost since you lost a relative or a loved one. If that is the case, please know that, you are supported, you are loved yourself, and you are very much loved, very much. And I do feel that there's a lot coming through to suggest that you will get over whatever issues still linger. Even if it was 10 years ago, there will still be some issues lingering from that relationship or the people you have unfortunately lost over the last however long. But I do feel messages coming in. Messages are going to be important this month, not just because we're in Mercury retrograde, but because there's going to be a lot to come from that. There's going to be a lot that people want to, a lot that people expect, a lot that people presume. So do just kind of take a moment or two, maybe this month, to see, how can I have fun? Am I too in my feelings right now? Am I too in my, oh, gotta get it done, gotta get it done? Am I too down? Am I too in my zone of, oh no, this must be something that we really need to do? I mean, humility is not you necessarily going around crowing to everybody. The contact, or the opposite of that. It's mostly to do with the fact that it's not a big deal. Have some humility to realize when I'm the only one that can do this. I'm the only one that can do this. Oh, I can't delegate this. No, no, no. Just calm down. Maybe you can. It's not all on you. Maybe you can put it to somebody else. Maybe the problem is not you, and is not yours either to solve. Maybe there's something else that's here. Play around with it. Lighten the load. Don't be so serious this month. Just try and alleviate it. I would still recommend do not sign the dotted line on anything this month, and also do not buy anything electrical, because chances are you'll have problems with it down the road, if not immediately. But there is something that's going to come forwards, I feel, with you just alleviating some heavy things. I feel like Pisces are a little bit in this one, as well as a little bit of Aries. For some reason, a little bit of Taurus as well. So that kind of group of three coming forwards as the main ones. But I do feel that they're also saying that there's an earth sign that's coming in as well, just to kind of, you may go up against this other person. But I do feel that, within this, you are going to have messages, you are going to have communication. Be sensitive in your communication to others as well, because they might be going through the same stuff. It doesn't have to be now, do it now, do it now. Calm that anxiety, let your hair down, go to the park, have a walk, watch a good movie, eat some popcorn if you can, just do something to take yourself away. It doesn't have to be focused on the problem all the time, which is very, very difficult nowadays, because if we see a problem, we're conditioned to have to finish it, we have to do it, we have to focus on it, or else it will never go away. And just, no, take it out, or else you'll be so drained you won't be able to focus on anything else. So that's something that they want me to tell you, is just get rid of it. Don't worry about it. Just move, shoo. and then kind of get into the flow of it. Now, this is strange because when you see these cards, you probably wouldn't feel like that's the message that I'd get. Maybe you get a different message if you look at the cards, but I mean, when I first saw the cards, I didn't expect this was the message that I was going to get for you guys. But I do feel just make time. You know, make the time to process what's happening. Make the time to take yourself away. Make the time to unburden yourself, kind of unstick yourself from the situation, because you are not the situation. You know, you are not the situation. There's something outside that maybe you can't control in as minute detail as you want, so just step away. And also, if there is a love and relationship coming through, or if you're in one, again, just take a step back and see how it fits your needs. See if you can play around a little bit, not like betray anybody, but just play, do something different, take somebody out differently to where you normally go. Just do something that frees your spirit and actually elevates it. You know, it'll make sure that you actually elevate it to a higher thing. Because your sensitivity is so heightened, you may also be reading into what other people say and do a little bit too much as well. So just take a breath and calm down, and don't worry about the outcome so much. Just, you've got this, you're fine, don't worry. I also feel like there's something that they want to say about students. So if this is something to do with work and I have to do this, I have to submit this essay, oh my god, just take a breath. Again, it's not going to go anywhere. Just, if you go out away for an hour and you just have to breathe, or again, just meditate or do something, just pick it up later on. Don't procrastinate, but just take the time to breathe away from the issue and then come back to it when you feel more ready. I hope this helps you guys, though. Thank you so much for being with me. If you like the content, please subscribe or leave a comment below. Let me know if you resonate with it. I love hearing from you all. I hope to do more of these. If you have a recommendation for a question or that you want me to ask, please do let me know. And all my social links and links to readings are down there as well. But in the meantime, I wish you the best of luck. And I'm going to move on to group 4. Bye, guys. Hello, group 4. I'm just going to smooth this out a little bit because it's getting a bit ruckled. So you chose the red jasper, which is to do with your root chakra. So I'm just going to see what information comes through for you now. All right. Ooh, Council of Light. So that's a nice card to have. Shows that you have support. Storm warning. Ooh, this could be to do with Mercury retrograde. I'm going to leave your tarot cards just for a sec. Angels have victory and chakra clearing. Okay. Then you have trust, which is very important throughout Mercury retrograde. And then your tarot cards are the Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Oh, you have a little extra one. Temperance, the Two of Pentacles. Sorry, I just... okay. That's all almost like it was fated to go up there. Alright, so the Tower, the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, Temperance, Page of Wands. Okay, I'm just going to take a moment and see really what the information coming through is in regards to the flavour of it. Okay. It feels like there's something coming through about a mistake. Somebody made a mistake, you may have made a mistake, and you're now going, oh, did I give somebody the wrong information? Or something like that, or have they given me the right information? Am I getting the correct stuff in order to be able to either do my job, make the right decisions? Did somebody tell me something insincere so that I would do something for them, whereas I wouldn't have if I had all the information? So there's something that's coming through that is suggesting that there's a little bit of questioning to do of certain things and certain people. Now this, I think, has a lot to do with trust. So it could be the fact that, you know, you have to trust your inner knowledge, your inner guidance. I call it the inner sat nav. I suppose in America it'd be the inner GPS, just to give you a sense of where it is you need to go. Maybe you cannot rely on other people to be as transparent this month. That could be something that's coming forward quite a lot, actually. You're not as sure of somebody this month. And again, Mercury retrograde can bring that out in some people. I'm not quite sure what sign it's in, but I know it's happening during Cancer. And it's happening, you know, in the tail end of Leo as well. So you could be experiencing some issues when it comes to communication around the home and emotions. You could have your heightened sensitivity like the last group also had. But I just feel that trust in your ability is vital for this time of the month. And also, I also feel like you need to maybe discern whether somebody has your best interests at heart or whether they're actually doing something on the more negative side. Now, there isn't anything saying they're doing this as a malicious intent. It's just something that I think is trying to build on your trust or your nature, your good nature, your connection, you know. So that's something that I feel is there. But storm warning. Oh, there we go. It's just something that I feel is kind of, I think it has literally to do with weather for some of you, and other times it's literally to be aware of people who are around you. Yeah, there's somebody who could not have your best interest at heart. Like I say, it could also be the fact that you don't know who to listen to. If it's a relationship, you may suddenly feel like you put your eggs in the wrong basket. You could feel like, oh, hang on a second, I didn't actually want to have this done. I didn't feel like this was good for me. I don't believe that this was something that I wanted to achieve, you know. And I mistakenly put everything for this person. I put lots and lots of stuff for this person, for this individual, and they've just completely let me down. So it's being about strong foundation, your foundations of something, either friendship, relationship, work partnership, they're going to be really tested this month. They're going to be, I do feel that on the one hand, like this is over there, so you have to trust yourself in making a decision when it comes to not having all the information maybe that you should have. I mean, it could be somebody who's lying through their teeth on the more extreme side, or it could just be somebody who's a bit awkward in trying to give you the right information. They don't really want to be as open. But you have got support. You have support in the Council of Light here. So this is very much about, you know, your guides want to come in and help you. If you are religious, maybe you could do more of your spiritual practice in regards to calling in somebody to come and help you, whether that be angels or some kind of spiritual guide or something like that, just to kind of give you the sense of momentum that maybe you need. But they're also saying just to see clearly and actually get a bit more understanding with the clarity. So maybe you need to clear out some energies that have already been around you. Actually, in this kind of area of the spiritual, I suppose, section, you do have a lot of purple and blues, but I'm going to say this is more indigo. So maybe you are an indigo child, and you've been born in that era, and you're trying to figure out how you're actually going to make a move or make this statement or make something of yourself. It could be that, or it could be that your third eye needs a little bit of a wash, you know, so you can get to the truth of the situation, so you can actually trust yourself again and trust your instincts. For instance, oh, that's a good thing. Oh yeah, I like that person, you know, and maybe you don't trust that anymore because somebody's let you down in the past, or you're going, oh, hold on, I think this person isn't to be trusted, but other people are kind of saying, you know what, I think you should go along with it, or I think you should go along with them. Maybe there's something that's kind of, you're saying, oh, I don't like that. Trust. If you're fearful of something, or if you're going, ooh, hold up, learn to trust that inner thing, because I do think you need to clear your chakras a little bit, clear your mind's eye, so you can actually see a lot clearer. But I do feel that if you do call in which I hope you do some guides or somebody, you will have an answer. You will absolutely be able to come forwards and claim some good news. I mean, the thing that's interesting here is that you do have Metatron and Sandalphon. Now, the thing that's interesting about those two angels is that they actually were humans, I believe, because they have on at the end. They were humans that became angels. They ascended, so they had a spiritual experience on earth, and then they ascended to a higher self. So these two are kind of, they know what it's like to be human. You know, they know what it's like to go through this stuff and have to really talk to people that you don't like talking to, or if somebody's trying to, go and talk crap about you behind your back. So there's something that I think you need to do, which is just cleanse yourself of anything negative that's around you. But also I feel like these are coming in to assist you with understanding why this has happened. It's nothing that you have done. It's just a reaction other people have had to maybe a success that you made or something that you felt good. As soon as your vibration goes higher, other people go because they're lower and they resent that. So maybe that's something that you just need to understand. But Temperance as well is a healing card, and you also have the Balance card. So these are two very strong balances, as you can see here. And the balance is very much about having that understanding of what you give out will come, well, hopefully it'll come back, but also the feeling of expending energy to refill it as well. So if you run around all day doing all these errands and then expect to do exactly the same amount in the next day on about 3 hours sleep, you're probably not going to do it half as well as you would have done if you'd have had a day off, or if you'd have just taken it easy or spread that out a little bit. So I do feel that they're asking you to maybe pick on 2 things for the month, focus on them, and make one of them making sure that you feel okay, because these emotional upheavals this month just may be surface level, but they could affect you on an inner level as well, which is kind of why they're trying to say about these up here. They need you to ground yourself as well. Page of Wands, Knight of Cups. You do have some momentum coming in. You do have some good news. There may be some if I can speak, there may be some short trips or some, back and forth somewhere. Maybe you have to go outside for a business meeting. Maybe there's just a day trip, or you try a new running trail or something. But I do also feel that this is helping you get some emotional momentum. You're actually going to start seeing a change that comes in here now, and you're going to start feeling very different and very positive, and something that believes it's coming forwards for you, and it feels a lot like you're building within yourself. Ooh, the crystal just fell off. Building within yourself and being a lot more open and a lot more at ease, because as soon as you start helping yourself and actually taking note of the good things that people are saying, the nice things, the good things that have happened in the year, a nice kind word somebody said to you, the more you'll feel like maybe paying it forward and actually seeing that you're not as bad as other people may be saying over here in the corner where they can stay. There could be something that you're actually missing because you're kind of foggy with other people's business and with other people's politics. So I do feel that this is going to come into balance. They're kind of just saying focus on you, make sure that you're all right, don't feel too overwhelmed with anything if you can, and just continue on a nice even peel, that kind of flowing, fluid, that nice energy that's coming in. And I do feel that you won't, be that emotionally drained. But I do feel that you're going to come through Mercury retrograde unscathed. You might have a few bumps, but ultimately it's not going to be too bad. But let me know in the comments below if this helped you, if you resonated. If you'd like to subscribe, thank you very much. I hope to see you around again in the future. And if you want to contact me for a reading or anything, all my social links are in the comments below or in the description box. But thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the very best in this July. Looking forward to read for you soon. If you have any suggestions for a future card reading, let me know. But in the meantime, I wish you well, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.